I've had a lot of people ask me if I have any travel concerns now that the coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, is so prevalent. Let's talk about it. Welcome everyone, I'm Mark. This is Mark's Travel Time, and in this video we are going to be talking about COVID-19, also being routinely referred to as coronavirus, and how it impacts travel. Now, we've been noticing a lot of things happening in the world of travel. Just today, I checked on my hotel. In this case, it was Hilton Properties. And they said they were changing their policy or amending their policy. And they were allowing for, let's say, more liberal cancellation in light of the coronavirus. We've also seen that airlines are saying they're going to cut back. And I want to talk a little bit about this. Am I concerned about travel? Not in the least. As a matter of fact, when I'm done doing this video, I'm going to be packing up because I have a 9 a.m. flight tomorrow morning. Now, why am I not concerned? Well, let's talk about this from two different aspects. Number one, I'm going to tell you why I am not overly concerned. And number two, I'm going to tell you what precautions am I taking. So, the reason I am not overly concerned is I think two groups of people are overhyping this coronavirus. And those two groups are politicians and the media. So let's look at the way one media story starts here. This is Reuters. As coronavirus cases explode across the world, federal medical workers tasked with screening incoming passengers at U.S. airports grew alarmed. Many were working with without the most effective masks to protect them from getting sick themselves. Now, there is a lot of hyperbole in there. Words like cases are exploding, airports are alarmed, and are not working with the most effective masks. Well, I would imagine the most effective masks are routinely not being employed by every worker in an airport because the most effective masks are probably never used in airports, right? They're probably out of the cost range of using them for routine screening purposes. Second, let's look at this from a less sensationalistic perspective. As we look at statistics here, and I'm getting this from health.com, this story starts, well, everyone is in a panic about the coronavirus, officially renamed COVID-19 by the World Health Organization. Now, I like the way they start out. They're kind of taking the same position I am. They're looking at this from the perspective of people are in a panic. And you know, when people panic, they rarely make good choices. Let's continue on. Wait till you hear this next sentence. There's an even deadlier virus many people are forgetting about. Oh, good Lord, what could that be? The flu. Flu season is hitting its stride right now in the U.S. So far, the CDC, that's the Center for Disease Control, has estimated based on weekly influenza surveillance data that at least 12,000 people have died from the flu between October 1st and February 1st, this flu season. 12,000 people. Right now, as I make this video, we're at something like 13 deaths for coronavirus. Now, please understand, I am not belittling deaths. A human life is a human life. But when you have to put things in perspective. When you talk about hundreds of millions of people living in this country, and a dozen so far have gotten sick and died from this. And we know for the most part, it's people that already have weakened immune systems. The CDC also estimates that up to 31 million Americans have caught the flu this season, with 210 to 370,000 flu sufferers hospitalized because of the virus. So we are not in a panic about flu. We're not lining up around the block in order to get our flu shots. But coronavirus, we're afraid of because it's relatively new. It's kind of unknown, although we have seen coronaviruses before. This is kind of unknown, and so we panic. But I think the biggest reason we panic is because of, number one, the media, and number two, politicians. You see, the media wants to dig into this because it's a great story. And whenever they can find something like this that piques the interest of the public, they get a lot of viewers and a lot of readers. So they're going to play this thing for all it's worth. Politicians, because this is They're power based, right? They can, point fingers at one another. This person's not doing enough or that person's not doing enough. Let's not get caught up in that. Get your information from reliable sources like the CDC. Talk to your epidemiologist. That's where I got some information from my local doctors. What do they think of this? And they will put a lot of your fears to rest. So what am I going to do when I get on the plane tomorrow? I'm going to do what I have routinely always done. And if you watch any of my past videos, you'll know this is what I do all the time. I take wet wipes with me, and I will wipe down any place I'm liable to touch. I wipe down the back of the headrest. I wipe down the armrests. I wipe down my tray. Anything I'm touching, most of my whole seating area, I wipe down. I carry 2 types of wipes with me. I have the disinfectant wipes that are used for surfaces, and then I have the wipes that are used for my hands. I also have a bottle of alcohol-based hand sanitizer. I'm not doing this because of COVID-19. I'm doing this because I always do it. I don't want to get sick when I travel. So my suggestion is take it seriously, but don't panic and don't go overboard. Take reasonable precautions. Right now, they think that most cases are spread through the air, through people coughing and sneezing on another person, and then they inhale that. They think very few cases are transmitted through surfaces that you touch. Oh, one more thing. I know this is a little jarring, but as far as air quality on a plane, their filtration systems are really, really good these days. They have those same HEPA filters like they have in the hospitals. They recirculate the air on about an hourly basis. All the air in that cabin will be recirculated, and really good filtration system. So unless someone sneezes right on you, I don't think that there's a really, really high risk of those airborne illnesses having an effect. If someone's sneezing behind you, if someone's sneezing when they walk by, absolutely. But, if you're in first class and someone is back in coach, I don't know if it will carry. Now, again, I am not a healthcare professional, but I do know that airplanes have great filtration systems. But I'm still going to practice routine cleanliness. I would say travel with comfort. If you're not afraid of the flu, don't get too caught up with the fears and the hype in the coronavirus. Now, having said that, don't take your advice from a YouTuber. Look into it yourself. Talk to your doctors, and look at your local state health websites and government agencies and get the real information. As for me, I'm going to be in the airport tomorrow, and if you're traveling tomorrow by air, put your fears to rest. The chances you're going to get coronavirus, and if you do, the chances you're going to die from them, the risk is really, really low. As always, I encourage you to like and share the videos. Leave your comments down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe by clicking my face in the corner. Don't forget to ring that bell icon so you know when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Mark, and this is Mark's Travel Time.